We are live from Talladega Super Speedway for more HSR money racing tonight. I think drivers are still in the middle of their drivers briefing. Currently, I'll bring up some race info, however. So Talladega is, of course, a super speedway, draft reliant. If you get hung out to dry, you're probably going to the back there, sadly for them. But, pit stops are going to be key. Who can avoid the big one? There's always going to be a wreck at these types of tracks. Everybody's just so close together. One little mistake, and then everybody else is in it. People will have nowhere to go most of the time. Really see who can work both lanes the best, because you have to work the top and the bottom. Middle lane has some strength that you wouldn't see on normal tracks. You think that the bottom would be good, but they don't have to have as many people in that bottom lane to really get it working most of the time. That'll be something that we will definitely have to watch. It looks like we have both mains in here. Actually, no, looks like they might be watching the race, if I had to guess. Yeah, so they're probably watching the race. Not racing tonight. It looks like there's 17 drivers here tonight in this race. Let's see, wait for it. Should have about 2 more minutes left on left until they will all grid. I'm not sure if they did qualifying or not. Don't think they did. Seeing how their times were. So let me check that real quick. I don't think they did grid. Yeah. So nope, they're just gonna go straight to the race. Yep. So actually pull up starting grid here. Looks like it was probably off. Just see if anybody had any times here. Yeah, so no times for all these drivers. So nobody got to grid. It looks like it was just a random draw pretty much for them. Kind of an odd thing that I would see. Didn't really expect to see that happen. So we're still waiting for some guys to come down here. Waiting for them to grid still. Of course, it just switched over, so it's not going to be there just yet. It's kind of odd to see that, though. There's no driver on the track currently. No, it's not just me. That's everything else. It looks like, did something happen to the lobby here? Did I get disconnected possibly? Let me check this real quick. Looks like I was disconnected from the lobby for some odd reason. Do not know why it chose to close me there, but I'm trying to get back in it, so that will be fixed really soon. I'm not sure why it did that to me. Kind of confused. Yeah, so there were some other drivers that joined. Evidently, it said that I wasn't in the race. Maybe we can get them to maybe delay the green here just a little bit. Looks like iRacing. I'm not sure why it would disconnect me, but evidently it took me out. Yeah, so my sim's now loading. I'm not sure what happened there for this. That's an odd thing. I've never had it, switch over and then kick me out of the server. That's very, very weird, but of course we'll be back here in not even a minute, I'd say. But there were no times for those guys that I saw when I was in there. So we do have both mains in here, so yeah, there's definitely a little bit more people than what there was before. In here anytime. So sorry about that. That's an iRacing thing. There's really nothing I can personally do about that as yet. So yes, we're back in the race. Do not know what that was about. We're actually going to time it on the green, so really didn't miss anything here. Of course, these guys didn't qualify, but it's pretty much just done by the order. Looks like they actually did qualify. It's weird. It didn't show for me, but 50 laps tonight. See, a lot of drafting here will come into play. Give them all a paint refresh. I'm very sorry about that. That was weird. It'll be Raymond Rittner leading to the green. Garrett Maines will be on the outside of him. Green flag is underway here at Talladega as the paint seems to be loading in. Probably one of the weirdest things I've ever had. Iverson decided to remove me from the server there, but we are back underway. So luckily, it doesn't seem like we miss much at all. As Michael Sheely, he's now coming off pit road, might have joined later in here. But look at that 75. That is, who is that this race? That is Miller. That's Aaron Miller on that bottom. You see that 75. That's actually a local team from where I'm from, based out of Abingdon, Virginia. But Garrett Maines, he's hopped up. He's got Matthew Baker giving him a shove. Is already wiggling around now. That's the 16 of Alan Hunter. He gave Matthew Baker a shove, and they all kind of just wiggled a little bit. Try to get him up there. The 18 of Nash Brambala. This middle pack. Matthew, he's going to start getting some strength on the outside lane. It's going to be working for him for sure. Looks like it was a new lobby was made, so that seems to be why I didn't know that there was a lobby that was made. That was a different one. So it wasn't an iRacing thing, it was just a lobby made, and I just didn't know at that time, but we didn't miss anything, luckily. But Garrett Maines, he's continuing to work that bottom. He's got Raymond Rittner. Now, one thing you will want at these super speedways is a familiar person shoving you. You know, if you have somebody drafting with you for the whole race, you know you can trust them with the pushes that they're giving. You don't really want to have to switch up that person. So if Raymond Rittner does work with Garrett Maines this race, he'll want to work with him from there on out for sure. There's 20 trucks this race, so a little bit than last time. Garrett's continuing to lead. That a bit back in the pack here. Driver's pretty much running that bottom, as I like that mix. That Aaron's running. I'll go ahead and say I didn't even care. It's cool to see. I actually have a shirt that has Parker Kligerman on it when he won at Mid-Ohio for him. That's for Henderson Motorsports. Simpson's got to be careful with what he's doing. Looks like he could have easily hooked that 5 there, but luckily he does not do that. I know that Garrett and really Jason, he's going to try to get up to Garrett and help him. Those two seem to work together a lot of the time. They are father and son duo, so they pretty much have to. Matthew's falling behind on the outside just a little bit, but that 16's really staying glued to that 5's bumper. That's going to get him pretty much up there, even with Garrett again. 16's really laying it to him in the corner. Or not in the corner. Down the straight, it's where he's really giving it to him, laying that bumper right on and giving him a good shove. Middle lane doesn't have as many trucks, but that strength is starting to show now that I was talking about earlier for these guys. Yes, we do have those. Up here, pretty much just calm 2x2x2 for about 8 rows back, I'd say, around that area. Ooh, that's interesting. That is the 8 of Alex Hill. That's interesting. What is that? I'm trying to look at this paint scheme. It's pretty cool. I'll give him that. I don't know what that is. But looks like everybody's pretty much just in a group right now. Eshelman's on the tail end of this. Michael Sheely, he'll get lapped, and then he'll probably be the first truck 1 lap down. He's running 20 miles an hour slower. Just being alone, there's nothing he can do about that either, really, at this point. He's got to hope that a caution comes out. Or something happens that bottles these guys back together, or slows them down at least. That's the really only thing he can hope for is a caution. But pit stops, looks like they'll probably be coming up. So we got 15, 30. We can maybe 3-stop it here. That's pushing it a little bit. We can maybe do it, but they're about to go 3 wide now. 16 comes off the bottom of the 14. Thought about it. The 18's now on the outside of the 14. 18's got help in the 23 and the 6 of Andrew Santa. The 7, or sorry, the 8, or sorry, the 5 this race. I'm getting these numbers confused. The 5, which is 75 this race, hops up in that top lane. Also, the 18 doesn't get a good run. He'll go back down to the bottom, or to the middle of the track to stay in the draft of these guys. Nash is pretty lucky that he got somebody blinking. This is not good. They have no idea where this truck is, and there's contact now. Net code issue, and that's going to send somebody around. Looks like it was a single truck spin, though. The 04 of Ambrose looked like the 7 hit him also. Autumn got the worst of that. Saw the 04 blink in and out. Nobody knew where he went. Looks like he actually, oh, he's got some pretty hard damage from that. We'll go back. There's nothing that Nash could have done there. He had no idea where that truck was. So he disappears, and he comes back, and Nash is he's pretty much inside of him. There's nothing that he can do at that point. It's like he actually netcodes the 03, doesn't get the 03 any damage. Let's see what happens to Autumn here. Autumn got damage from somebody else. Let's see where Autumn is. Looks like if it will, let me go to Autumn here, see where she got her damage from. She had some front end damage. Let me go back and rewind the whole way here. Oh, maybe. Yep, just can't slow down. Punts the 8. The 8's actually probably thankful that she did that. Punts the 8 out of the way. Nothing that she could have done there, but I think that will probably be optional damage fix for her. I don't think she'll have to use a fast repair, luckily. Now, that's the best of the best that could happen to her. She very well could have to use a fast repair. Everybody will come down pit road, so this will probably make it, I'd say, actually a 3-stop race from here on out. Now you won't have to come down any more than what you need to. They're going about 15 to 16 laps on fuel, so I'm trying to think about how fuel would work here. To go 2 more pit stops, that would get them to lap 39-ish, 38-ish if you're pushing it. Maybe 40, but they definitely have to come back down pit road one more time. Let's race off pit road. Looks like it's pretty much the same as what it was. It doesn't really matter if you come off pit road, slower than everybody else on this track. Now, if you're doing a normal race, then yes, it's going to be a huge factor, but of course it's not. But Garrett Maines, he comes out first. Matthew Baker, him and Matthew do a lot of stuff. I think Raymond also does a lot of racing with him. I still like that paint scheme that Aaron Miller is running. We'll definitely give it to him. That is a very nice looking paint scheme. Even though it may be very basic, that's for sure. 04 of Ambrose, he used his fast repair. He's out and away. He's back on the track. But what happened earlier was there is a new lobby made, and I didn't know, so that's why it closed on me. There was other drivers in actually a different lobby. I was kind of confused, so that was my fault. Luckily, we didn't miss anything at all in this race. Those guys are under caution. They'll have but one more lap around, so I will roll at probably just one ad. I think I was actually able to fit both of those in there that I needed to, but it will be coming green. This time by, it will be Garrett Maines leading them to green. Matthew Baker on the outside of him. The 87 of Raymond Rittner. The 30 of Kenneth Stamper will be outside of Raymond. The 03 of Kenneth McCulloch Jr. will be behind Raymond, and he will have the 16 of Alan Hunter to his outside. That is the top 3 rows here. You see Jason Maines, and he'll try to get up there. He always is up front at these tracks. He definitely a driver to watch for sure when they come to these super speedways. It's really a lot of just. What is this? Oh, never mind. I thought it was something else. I'll look at some schoolwork that was due, but evidently I was completely wrong. But Ambrose, where is he at? Looks like he is in the. Wait, did he? Hold on. Did he hit the wall again? I think he did. I don't think he had that damage before. I'm confused on that. He will definitely not, actually didn't look like he didn't use his fast repair, but he will not be able to catch up with his pack before the green flag drops. So he'll be having to make up, or hoping for a quick caution here for sure, because I don't think it's going to be able to keep him in contention here if he wants to. As we might have somebody missing. Where is are we missing a truck here somewhere? Maybe missing somebody here. No, we're not. I'm not sure what's happening here. Thought we were missing a truck there. Okay, they just stack it back up here. I was kind of confused. I thought we were missing somebody, so I thought somebody blinked. Disappeared. They're back underway. The 60 gets really loose there. Kind of put down the power, and it just, grip wasn't there. So the 87 automatically hooks up with the 31, gives the 31 a little bit of a shove. It's Matthew a little bit, but Matthew Baker's fighting back on that outside with Kenneth Stamper on his bumper. Drafting partners are a key factor here at this race. See, Andrew's probably going to the back. He saw what's going on. He's like, I don't want to be up there just yet. I would not blame him. Not a bad idea to be doing that early on, especially. Too early in the race to be losing your truck. We have somebody moved up. Somebody moved up there. The 60's looking on the 30. Decides not to take that lane that was open for maybe just half a second. That outside lane's starting to stack up. They're not getting the run that they need. But it looks like Gary, he's going to say, I'm going to try to lead that outside now. Maybe let Raymond lead some here. Matthew's getting a huge run. I believe Garrett's probably very comfortable with Matthew behind him. Yeah, there's his father. That was a calculated move now. Now that I think about that, he got his father up in front of him. So now it's both both mains working that outside lane as a 75, which is the 5 this race almost comes up, makes contact with Jason Mains. Now Jason and Garrett are going to be hooked up and going to the front here real soon. They're going to make that outside lane look like it's bread and butter, how they're going to be working with each other. I thought we had 2 packs forming here. It's like, what has happened to Andrew? He has lost the draft. That is not good for him at all. As that's kind of a bad thing about these racetracks. If you try to get out of the way, you don't get back behind somebody in time, you're going to lose that draft incredibly quick. Raymond Rittner, he's just trying to wrap that bottom as good as he can. You're going to see a lot of drivers. One thing that does hurt is these little small corrections that you see now. If we watch, actually, we'll go on board with, let's see, somebody who's moving around just a little bit. Yeah, we'll go on board with Garrett or Jason Mains. And I want you to see how steady his wheel is compared to other people's, but he hops down to the bottom now. But we'll go on board with Garrett. Sorry, yeah, Jason Mains. I'm getting these Mains confused. Just to see how steady his wheel is compared to other people's, and make those small little corrections. That is scrubbing off some speed. It may not be a lot, but you know, a mile an hour here is a lot of speed on somebody. We'll go on board with him now. See what he was doing there. I clicked on the wrong mains to start off with, but whatever. Switch that over. You can see just how steady his wheel is. He's not really coming off the bottom. You see those little small corrections, but that's normal in the corner. What I was really getting to is you see a lot of these guys, they kind of take a swing at the corner. They're trying to stay right behind somebody and making that really just kind of get your tires a little bit loose. You won't think that really is, but later on in the run, when you get in the corner, the truck will kind of want to wash at the track and to put a lot of wheel into it. But of course, I'm not going to take tires here most of the time unless you spin and lock them down. Garrett was taking a fight to his father, but even so far, I believe we'll see pit stops around lap 24. I'm just going to get quick math in my head. Yeah, 24 to 26 laps on that. And you'll see guys shoot down pit road. And very well could short pit here as the fastest lap of the race has just been ran by Kerry Whitaker, a 51.31. So he's putting down some fast laps here. Of course, it is a draft. If you can catch him in the right spot, then that's a huge thing for drivers. That's not a really good thing here. Definitely got him moving around, though. But he's being pretty calm so far. Nobody's really making any super drastic moves, as we might have people trying to short pit it here. Looks like that was the 03 of Kenneth McCullough Jr. He comes down with the 8, the 7, the 94. Autumn misses her pit road. Probably got slowed down in time, but I don't think that will be good for her because she's going to be behind these guys. That may not be a lot, but this distance coming off the pit road will be huge because you can lose a draft like it is nothing here. Saw multiple drivers do that. I have to see. Now, do these guys that are up here pit also? Because that might have forced some of their hand. 16 looks like he was trying to find a way back down in line. He gets down. Oh, he almost turns the 70 or the 5. You saw him hook right there. That 75 was completely sideways. Alan Hunter almost hooked Aaron Miller to the 04. He's been running all alone. He's going to have to tuck him behind these guys if he wants to. See, will these guys come down pit road? I think they might be coming down soon, seeing how they all just came down to that bottom lane. See what they do. I don't know if you come down this time. You could, but actually, I don't know. I'm not sure how the fuel is now. Of course, riding behind somebody will stretch your fuel about 2 to 3 laps. You wouldn't think it's a big deal, but at these tracks, it is a huge deal for sure. Looks like everybody's trying to get to that bottom lane, so I think they might be coming down pit. Oh, that's that 5. About to get hooked by the 16. Aaron Miller's moving off that bottom, and that 16, I keep wanting to say 14. 16 sees that gap. He's like, oh, I just want to get his nose in there, but he lets that 75 back down the line. So I'm not going to come this time. But they just want to run that bottom. Everybody's going to stay single and organized there. That 75's got to be careful with what he's doing. He's coming off the bottom. That's giving that 16 an opportunity to get in that gap if he wants to. Surprised he hasn't really taken it here. You guys running off the bottom just a little bit. Surprised he's doing that. Oh my gosh, that 16 is not going to be happy with how much he's having to lift out of this corner. It's like a snake with how much I said there. As that tastes terrible. What is this green tea? Oh. I don't know what that is. It's got something that doesn't taste good though. Andrew, he's in a weird spot right now. He's not a lap down, but he's 32 seconds behind the leaders right now. It looks like the 7, not 7, the 14 of Austin Green. He jumped up into that middle lane. These guys be coming down. Nope, not coming down this time either. My guess will probably be right. Probably tank pretty dry. Gosh, that 75 is moving around. That 16 is giving him shot after shot for a bump, and it's almost ended a catastrophe for him a lot of the time here. He's got to be very careful with what he's doing. Oh my gosh, we did it. Thank you all. We hit 200 subscribers on YouTube. That is thanks to you. I just looked over and saw that my YouTube had updated, so thank you all for that. Huge accomplishment for me. don't know how we've done it, but we've done it. And, yep, no, they pit a little bit earlier than what I thought. You see Garrett, Jason, Matthew, I think Raymond, oh, somebody missed their pit road. Who just missed that? Who's in the grass? Somebody's in the grass. That might be, yep, that is Raymond. And missed pit road to see what he does. Yeah, this is not good for him. He needs a quick caution here for sure. I think he just came in way too fast there. Not what he wanted to see. So guys will get in their pit stalls. Maybe take tires if you have the time to do it. Maybe just be right sides. Yep, right sides only. That just gets full tank of fuel. Help with grip some. I took left side, sorry. You could take right side tires the next time you come down pit road. That's an option too, just to even them out. I need to be watching this instead. But it'll be Garrett, Matthew, and Jason Maines all coming out together. So they'll be not as fast as these guys behind them, but they'll have other people with them. So they won't be chewed up in speed off the start. Let's see some other race control people in here. Looking at, but we'll see. When do these guys come down pit road? They pit on lap 7, so maybe 2 to 3 laps. They'll come down pit road here shortly. Raymond, yeah, he had a penalty for that. 40. He was in the pit box for 47 seconds, so he just got held on pit road. Nothing too deadly for him. Nicole Larson, he's getting to be a familiar face here. But Garrett, Matthew, and Jason, see Andrew. He is not a lap down, surprisingly. He pitted on lap 8, but he'll have to come in soon, and that'll probably put him a lap down, knowing that he won't be able to pit with the guys that were around his pit also. What I mean by that is people that came down under the last caution. These guys all came down just 1 or 2 laps ago. You guys do tires. Yeah. Than them. Completely different. We will go on board with, actually I did this last night too. We will go on board with a different driver each 5 laps. So when this group gets to the start-finish line, I'm just going to pick a random driver, be looking completely away from the screen. And whoever we pick is whoever we go on board with. I'm going to go cockpit view, so we'll just randomly select somebody here. guys coming down pit road, and now it looks like Nicole Larson had an incident on the track. It says he's crashed, as he evidently has crashed. What has happened here? Oh, this is not gonna be good. Eshelman shoots. Oh, Eshelman loses it in front of him, smacks the wall, and then Cole just gets contact from that. Also, nothing he could do there. Said he had crashed. I was kind of confused. I'm saying why doesn't it say he crashed? But evidently he did. But Nash and Kerry Whitaker, they're gonna have to come down pit road. Also, they had pitted on lap 8. Probably only make it. Gosh, maybe 2 more laps on a tank of fuel. And then they'll have to come down pit road here. Won't be any other option for them. As Mark College is getting absolutely destroyed in every sports that they play. That's nice to know. Actually need to look at scores here. See these guys back here that kind of been riding together. Of course, they will have one more pit stop here, as they could probably short pit it if I had to guess. That's what they'll probably do. Say with 13 to go, they'll come down pit. Wait, actually. Ooh, no. They'll be able to make it. Never mind, they're good. Might just run it. Might run it empty here. That wouldn't be a bad decision for them. I'm not able to find any of them. But yeah, if Nash and Kerry, they came down here, they would have to do it eventually. They'll probably go, might go a lap down here with how they decide to pit. Now, they could have a chance of merging with one of these groups up here also. That could be a factor here. Andrew, he just came down pit road. He's not had a race that he's wanted at all here for sure. I'm kind of struggling to get back on cycle with everybody. It's just something that just happens at these tracks. It's just difficult to do sometimes. Drivers can't really help it. What are these guys? Now, one thing that these guys could be doing here. Let's see, Raymond pitted on. That's not right. Actually, it is. What? So we've got a combination here. We have lap 19, lap 15 of their last pit. Now, one thing that they're going to have to look for here is these guys are going to be on a different strategy. Now, riding in the back, like in the middle right here, like the 94 is doing, will help get your fuel a little bit longer, but that's not going to get you 4 or 5 laps of fuel. So they're very off cycle here for sure. Kind of work something out. I can see them going as long as they can on their tank, but it's going to be difficult. Just think the guys that waited as long as they could are probably in the best position here, possibly. Actually, no, it's probably a lie. Yeah, it's actually a lie here. Wait, is it a lie? I don't even know. Let me think. I'm just trying to do some quick math in my head. I don't even know. I seriously don't. Cole, he's back down pit road probably for damage, because he had some pretty heavy damage earlier on. Matthew's just been riding behind Garrett. Pretty content. You see Jason, he's between these guys. It's a sandwich right now. Got 2 neon green trucks and then 1 red truck in the middle. Of course, they probably won't move him out of the way. They work with him all the time. Andrew, he's not going to lap down, but he'll probably go lap down here really soon, as he just disappeared. Now he's back. 04 looks like he still has some damage from earlier. He's trying to fix as much of it as he can. '17's running that paint scheme inspired, I think, from I'm pretty sure from when NASCAR wasn't actually called Monster Energy. I remember it was called Sprint Cup Series. Like that name better, but before Sprint Cup, it was called the Winston Cup. So I think that's what his truck is based off of. Andrew, he has disappeared, so he's got some connection issues. It shows that he's there, then he's not there. A lot of times, I'm like, what? Is that a name that I saw there? Sorry, I thought I saw some very familiar name, but I was mistaken. This group back here, though, they're going to have to come down one more time also. Now, I don't know what they do because they can go to lap 41-ish. Probably a little bit more than that. But, I don't know. It's going to be weird with these guys up here now. They waited as long as they could on their tank. They stretched it for as long as they could. So, one more pit stop will do them to the good. These guys, the way that they're running, looks like they'll probably be able to do it to the good also. As looks like they're still flat out. Someone just hit 210, 201. Fastest lap, or fastest, yeah. That's the top speed of the race, is 201 miles an hour. That was set by Nash Brambala. Man was moving. Yep, there they come down pit road. It's going to short pit on the edge of their fuel window. Oh, there he goes. Overshot. I knew, and they're getting in there way too hot. That is Kenneth McCullough. That's going to be a black flag. That's going to ruin his shot at the race unless a caution comes out here. I saw how fast he was coming down pit road. There is no way that man was making it, and he evidently did not make it there at all. Bottom's down pit road. I should put it with these guys. I forgot. You see Andrew right there. He'll get lapped very, very soon from Garrett Maines. Kind of broken off into a pack here. Actually, where are the lap 18 trucks? These might have been these guys also. I'm not sure. No, they were them. So 3-truck pack right now. They can go to lap 35-ish, I think. 35 to 37. That'll mean with about 14 laps in the race, they might come down pit road here. They're going to be running up on these guys. They're going to be wanting to see them kind of help with the draft and get out of the way when they need to be. We're going to split them up the middle. Everybody's running the lane, holding it. You get them. Move out of the way very quickly. Don't waste any time with them there. For this pack here, we got lap 28. And we have like these guys just come out of pit road. So they did get broken up, so that is not good for these guys all, as Kenneth, yeah, he's having to serve his penalty. Blew that entry to pit road. Even these guys come down pit road. I don't think that we'll see him for about another 3 to 4 laps. They will have to come down eventually, as the fastest lap was just ran by Jason Maines, a 51:30 flat for him. Guys are all running very, very similar lap times right now. Running actually a second faster than everybody else currently, even with guys that have numbers. You guys know how to race these super speedways. I know they can get right up on them. You can trust these guys. And you see Garrett Maines, he's actually a pro driver. Jason Maines is on the road to pro. Matthew Baker is a higher IR than me, saying that. I raced at Daytona. Daytona is a terrible track to race at, just because people don't know how to hold a straight line half the time. Lost 600 IR because of that track. I missed my favorite track in Darlington, so I'm not too happy about that. Being a college kid is not fun at all. But they've actually maybe been lifting here at the speed difference. They might not have been lifting here. Jason got a shot from the 16 there. Guys back here, they are 18 seconds behind. I don't think that they've been gaining really on them at all. As look at this 51:02. Oh my lord. That was Alan Hunter. The run that he got was absolutely massive. That's the fastest lap of the race. It's a 51 flat. Now this will help these guys up here with their fuel a little bit, but they'll be having to come down pit road, so you got to make sure that they do not get ran over from behind from Alan Hunter. Because Alan, he's not going to have to come down to pit road. Jason's like, oh, there they come down pit road. Yep, there they all come down. Garrett, Matthew, and Jason Maines, and Alan Hunter will come with them also. They all get in pit road clean as they get all that they can. See a little bit of a wiggle there from Matthew Baker. The brake bias set to the rear, and it was starting to maybe get loose, but he was able to catch it up under him. Didn't kill the wall, luckily. Yeah, these guys will come out. They'll probably, honestly, be ahead of these guys with the lead that they had. I don't expect them to be very far behind, if at all. Now, of course, they do have 4 trucks with them, as Jason Maines almost wins the race off pit road. He did switch with Matthew Baker on the position, so it'll be 2 Maines working up front with a Baker in the back of them. Guys, they'll have to come down pit road also with the fuel that they have. They're not going to be able to make it to the end. They have to be going 24 laps on fuel, and that is impossible. Now, Garrett, Jason, and Matthew, I don't know that they can make it down pit road. Of course, they won't have any struggles with that at all. They are completely good on fuel from here on out. No worries for them. These guys are the biggest question mark here. Now, what they don't want to see, actually, they might want to see a caution. Yeah, they probably want to see a caution. You know that they still be boxed up. See Kenneth McCulloch Jr. He's going to go lap down here, of course, just missing that. Actually, go 2 laps down here. So Hunter, if the caution were to come out, he would get the lucky dog. As Raymond Rittner, he's back down pit road. He missed his entry earlier on. These guys are pretty much hooked up nose to tail. You see Jason just shoving Garrett. Not getting off his bumper at all. That's what he has to pretty much do at this track. You got to be hooked up right behind somebody. So he's just laying it to him. They're getting a huge speed difference. Actually running up. That's Autumn Kroger in front of them, and Nicole Larson. Cole is... is he lap down here? Yes, he is. He's 3 laps down. Autumn's down 2. They're going to go up high, give these guys the room that they need so they don't mess with them at all. We've only had 1 caution. That's why I just cursed him out. That just came out of my mouth. I shouldn't even have said anything. Now it's going to be a wreck within 2 laps. Watch it. I can tell the future. Don't ask me to tell anything else, because I'd probably get it wrong, to be honest with you. Michael Sheila, where's he at? That is E17. I had him actually tell me earlier how to say his last name correctly. I think that I butcher last names is because everybody has gotten my last name wrong my whole entire life. It's very rare that people get it right. So I guess I'm taking out my revenge on the people. You know, if you haven't done anything wrong to me. You can't say my last name right, I won't say yours right. These guys now turning spray fast laps. Running 194. This group here is running 190 on their miles per hour. So they're definitely picking up some time here for sure. They know if they don't have to save fuel at all, and they know that they can go just flat out to the end. These guys up here are pretty much banking on a caution at this point. Only true hope they have left right now, I think. It is what it comes down to. You got to kind of put your hope in everything. Every now and then, be like, well, please just work. Because it may work and it may not. All depends. There it is. Oh, let me get this right here. I'm trying to figure out something here. I don't know what to do. Kind of confusing. Like, I don't know what to do at this point. Trying to figure out which one should go and watch first. Probably doesn't go with the older one if I had to guess. want to watch them all in order, but of course I was like, I don't know what to do at this point. Old school drag race we got going on, the 16 and the 87. Not sure why they're doing this. They're just slowing each other down as there's contact made. Allen was not giving that 87 room. I'm not sure what that was about. 87 was just trying to get around him. Of course, Allen is a lap down. So is Raymond Rittner, as we've got some antics going on here. Not sure. Something must have happened between these two early on. Of course, they're going to get a run up on. I think that's Autumn. I saw out the corner of my eye there. They're going to run up on them. That is not Autumn. That's the 8 and the 94 are going to run up on them. See what they do with Allen. I think they're going to try to get by him. Not sure what that was about at all there. Allen will need to tuck in behind the 94 when he gets the chance to do so. You see he's trying to, he's already timing it, and he's back behind the 94. The difference will be a lot. That's good here. Garrett has been, they've been catching. They've been shaving off some time. I don't think they'll be able to do anything about that here. But you see Carey and Nash running slower lap times. Could maybe be saving fuel here. Nope, but here comes it. Oh, they got a crash on pit road, the 03 into the 14. 14. Oh, Aaron Jomos hit the 14. Able to stop there. That is a catastrophe on pit road. That's Kenneth Stamper. And Austin Green made contact. We'll go back and see what happened here. I think he just got in there way too hot. As I think Kenneth might have downshifted. That might have been what it is. We'll go cockpit just to make sure. Yep, you can see those RPMs jumping. That's him trying to downshift to getting onto pit road. So this puts both Mains and Baker up here. Whitaker and Bramball, they'll have to pit soon. There's pretty much no option. Now this is pretty much Garrett's, Jason's, and Matthews' race at this point. They don't have to worry about anything else because they know that Carey and Nash will have to come down pit road anytime soon. So top 3 positions right now currently are locked up. Now if a caution comes out, that could change everything, as it's Talladega. Anything can happen here. Like Aaron avoiding the 14 of Austin got broken up from that pack. He just didn't want to hit him. And he goes the option of I'm just going to slow ahead. Going to go ahead and slow down. I do see these guys up here, though. Of course, they're going to be playing definitely fair with each other. I mean, saying that, you got a father and a son duo. I mean, that'll be weird if they both wreck. As Alan Hunter, he jumped to pits. See what happened here with him. Not sure what this is about. Yeah, looks like he just stopped. He just called his race. And he can't come back from being 3 laps down this late. You can't pull Kyle Larson here. Or actually, I mean you can. Bill Elliott did it, but I was early 80s, I believe. He was just too fast that day. Garrett, Jason, Matthew, top 3. Carey, Nash. Like I said, they're gonna have to come down. Alex Hill, he can maybe make it. Christopher McCall, he can maybe make it. J.R. Miller, he can definitely make it, but he's out in the middle of nowhere at this point. He will have Andrew running up on him soon, but Andrew, he'll have to come down pit road also. He will have to be trying to make 22 laps on fuel. And that's not going to work for him at all. That is not going to work for him. Add more coolant to my PC. That's not something I should hear every day. I need to add more coolant to my computer. But I do, because I went water cooling. So I'm getting the air bubbles out of the system still. Probably need to crack the top of it, but I haven't even done that. Too lazy to do it. I just don't want to take up the top. For the side panel. It's a lot easier than my old computer case. I was horrible at that. I think that, right, what you see right now, this is pretty much the finishing position for these guys. Now, Carey and Nash, they'll probably have to, I don't think they'll be able to make it. They're looking, yep, there they come down pit road. I think they were just hoping for a caution, and it just never came out for them. It's a valiant effort for them. That'll move up Alex Hill He will be in the 4th position now. Not sure what payouts are this race. They are staged on basically how many drivers are in the race. So Alex, he's got that 94, the 87, the 87. He's lap. Yes, he is a lap down, I believe. So the 94, he is. Who is that behind him? Christopher McCall, I believe he's a lap down also. Making sure, yep. No, he's not a lap down. He's on the lead lap. So that'll be a for money also, but I don't know if there'll be anything about that. But it's going to be white flag in the air here. Garrett Maines will lead him. Jason behind him. Matthew Baker in 3rd. Kenneth Stamper might add a little wrench in their plan. He's just going to go right around these guys. Might not want to race him, but this looks like that will probably be your top 3s. I thought Matthew was going to come up into the 3rd just a little bit there, but he able to hold his line. No contact was made between the 2 drivers, luckily. As we got, they're moving around now. Jason's looking on Garrett. Not sure if he just got loose or he was trying to make a move on Garrett, but he didn't do it. If he wants to do anything now, he has to do it out of 3 and 4 here. See if they make a move on each other. They might just decide to put the money where they're running right now is where they exactly want to finish, as Kenneth is right on the side of Matthew Baker there. Now, he probably doesn't like that. We'll see what Matthew will do. Will he make a run on these guys? He's going to go through the tribal. This is going to be the position that he will. Jason comes up to block a little bit. It might be a race for 2nd now. Jason trying to hold off Matthew Baker for 2nd. But it will be Garrett Maines who takes it home tonight. Jason Maines will come 2nd. Matthew Baker 3rd. Let's see what happens here for 4th position. What's that 94 going to do? He's going to try to take a run to the outside of the 8. The 8's going to try to hold him off here. What's the 87 going to do? They're not going to go with the 94. They're going to give the 8 a good shove. But Andrew's coming to the help of Christopher McCullough. The 8's going to be down to the line. It's going to be for 4th position. Who's going to get it? They might start banging off each other. It's going to be the 8 of Alex Hill who gets 4th. Christopher McCullough, he will get 5th. Oh, take him out now after the race. Might as well do it. That was definitely one of the more calmer finishes that I've saw at this type of racing for sure. Not really that many moves made, but I can't complain about that. But I know Garrett Maines is going to be happy with that. So is Jason and Matthew Baker. But that is the finish of the race. We just watched him do his burnout here. So I will pull up. We got somebody wrecking. I believe that's Ambrose. I think. Yeah, probably Ambrose there. Might be Carey. Who knows? Carey does like to do some random burnouts every now and then for some odd reason. But we will bring in the 3rd place driver of Matthew Baker here. Hey, Matthew. This is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yeah, I got you, Bryce.
Man, so you got 3rd place. Now, describe how the race went for you from the drop of the green flag to the checkered, man.
I think the beginning was a little hectic, but once that first caution got out of the way, we calmed it down and we were able to execute on pit road, and that's what got us that win there.
I mean, definitely pit road is always a huge factor. And no real hiccups from either of you all. I know you worked with Maines a lot, so what was your thought process coming out of 3 and 4, knowing that you can maybe just get a little bit more money if you just got one position on those guys?
Well, yeah, Stanford kind of trapped me there on the bottom. He kept getting down on my door, so I couldn't really gin up a run. I was backing off. You could see it. I was going to try and do a little something and have a little fun there at the end, but couldn't get the run that I wanted to come to the line. But just happy with the 1, 2, 3 and a good night of racing for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's still money's money, so you still get paid. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yep, just thanks to Coasting Thunder, Baker and Sun Construction, MEG Motorsports, Warriors Wraps. Chevy was real fast tonight. Thanks to Garrett, thanks to Jason, thanks to the family watching back at home. Thank you to my fiance watching right next to me, and to you for putting on the broadcast, and Taryn for putting on a good show as always.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go, but good third place finish. But Stanford wouldn't have trapped you in. You might have had a shot at that win, but good job anyway, man.
Thanks, buddy.
As that was Matthew Baker. We'll bring in the second place driver of Jason Maines. Oh, let me get my voice here. I don't want to cough all the time. Hey, Jason, this is Bryson's booth. You got a copy, man?
Yes, sir.
Man, so describe how the race went for you from the drop of the green flag to the checker, knowing that you came home second tonight.
I thought it went really good. Executed on pit road, and that's what it comes down to, and tandemed up and worked out well.
Yeah, man, always watching you and Garrett. It's like, well, I probably know who's going to win that race, but what was your thought process that last lap? Were you content with staying behind Garrett, or were you going to try to go to the win or go and get the win if that opportunity presented itself?
Now you got to limit your opportunities for something going wrong. It doesn't matter to me whether I win or not. It's about the team, and that's why we're not greedy. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. And it cycled where he was in the lead, and I'm going to push him so we don't take a chance of wrecking each other.
Yeah, I mean, you all had pretty much the top three positions locked down, so I really didn't. I didn't expect any moves to be made there at all. So I knew that you all were pretty content seeing how much you all raced together. But before I let you go, is anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
I always thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Everything we do is for Him. I got to thank Elliott Satellite Esports, Into the Apex, ChevyLiners.com, Linux Industries, Brandon Mechanical, my son Garrett for awesome teamwork there with Matthew Baker and Ray. Always great racing with them. You guys for putting on the broadcast, and Taryn for putting on the race. A lot of good racing out there with the guys.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go, but good second place finish tonight. That's some more money in your pocket, man. Good job.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
As that was Jason Maines, the father of Garrett Maines. We will bring in the race winner and Garrett Maines. Hey, Garrett, this is Bryson's booth. Got a copy, man?
Sure.
Man, so you come home first. Describe how that race went for you from the drop of the green, or from the drop of the green to the checkered flag, man.
I don't know what it was. I had good vibes for tonight, and it panned out to be a fantastic race. We had that middle stage battling with the McCulloughs and Alex, and it all panned out at the end. I thought maybe Nash and Carey would be able to stretch it, but I didn't really expect it. So I was definitely happy to see we were able to pull away and just be the three cars there at the end. But it's a fun race.
Yeah, man, they pitted on lap 28. They were trying to go 22 laps on fuel. I was like, there is absolutely no way. They eventually had to come down pit road. But man, what was your thought process? Well, I probably know what it is, but what was your thought process that last lap, knowing that you had your dad and Baker behind you? Did you feel like you were, really threatened at all, or were you pretty comfortable, going around the corners here the last lap?
We play pretty nice together. I mean, the race is won on pit road, and is our whole philosophy is working as a team to get these things done, and it has worked wonders. So I think there at the end as well, we had the lap car that was holding Matt's door pretty tight, and we just wanted to make it back to the line. But it was fun, and I didn't really expect it to work out like it did, but it worked out better than expected. So it was a good race, and I was glad to be here tonight.
Yeah, man, I saw how far ahead y'all were, and I was like, yeah, they're probably just going to run here. And when y'all just ran together, I wasn't very surprised because no moves were made. I was like, yeah, I mean, it's top three positions. Y'all get money anyway. But before I let you go, is anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. I got to give a shout out to ChevyLiners.com, Leaf Filter Gutter Protection, Colleague Racing, Linux, MCU Body, Elliott Sadler Esports. Shout out to the guys at Ryko. It's been fun working with them the last couple weeks in the Coke Series, and thank you for broadcasting tonight.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go, but good first place finish tonight. That's money in your pocket, man. Good job.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
As that was Garrett Maines, the race winner. He is a Coke Series driver, so that's cool to always see there. But I will go through the finishing order here. Garrett Maines comes home first. Jason Maines second. Matthew Baker third. They had a huge lead. Nothing really was going to happen between these guys unless a caution came out. Alex Hill comes home fourth. Christopher McCullough fifth. Nash Bramball at sixth. Seventh is Kerry Whitaker. Eighth is J.R. Miller at ninth. Kenneth Stamper 10th. Aaron Miller 11th. Andrew Santo 12th. Raymond Rittner. 13th is Austin Green. 15th, Michael Sheely. 14th, Michael Sheely. 15th, Kenneth McCullough Jr. 16th, Autumn Koger. 17th, Danny Eshelman. 18th, Ambrose Knebel. 19th, Cole Larson. And 20th is Alan Hunter. So not a bad race overall. Pretty calm finish, surprisingly. But, with those guys being up there, I wasn't surprised that that the finish was like that. It's father and son duo. Then Matthew Baker, who is always with them in racing. So I'm not surprised where they finished. I kind of saw that from the start. But we will be back here tomorrow. Can't remember what time it is, but if y'all are free, you might hop in and watching. As a thank you all for hitting above 200 subscribers now. And that's all really thanks to you all. But I will be here tomorrow. But I will roll an ad and I will let you all go.